Hello! Happy day for you. Happy day to everyone. Happy day to everybody that is there. I'm celebrating. Celebrating spring, celebrating Mother Earth. I'm gonna take the music out. It was just a little intro. Yeah, that's too much. There we go. Okay, now you can hear me. Yay! How's everybody doing out there? I'm so inspired. I'm celebrating spring, celebrating Mother Earth, celebrating a new issue of Art2 International, and super excited because in this Art2Heart interview, I'm going to introduce you to someone incredible that you have probably met before. She has been before in Art2Heart. And if you have not met her, you need to stick around because you're going to be inspired. She is a lover of Mother Earth. She is someone that she is living everything that she's sharing. When I tell you that she's living it, you're going to hear it and you're going to witness it. This is someone that is very special to my heart as well. Is an artist that has been working with us for years. So inevitably, you gotta love her. You gotta fall in love with this woman. She's incredible. Without further ado, here she is, Tracey Chaykin. Yay! You like that intro? How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So excited to have you. Every time I have you here is something new, something special. Um, I always say, well, let's create something for you, right? Let's create what's the universe. I don't know what does the universe want today, to hear from you, right? You probably know that, but you came here to share something special, and I want to hear it. So I want to start with who you are, for just for anyone, if they're stick around to Art2 International. If you have been around, you know Tracey, but if in case you've never seen this beautiful face, who are you and what do you do?
For those that are unfamiliar with me, my name is Tracey Chaykin. I am an ecology-focused artist. My primary medium is colored pencil, but I also I practice what I share ecology-wise, environmentally-wise. I also share information written writings and blog entries, and I focus a lot on getting information out there so others can follow suit and be a part of the solution, so that our earth can be around for generations to come. And yeah, for the most part, that's me in a nutshell, all about nature and the environment and preserving our world as it is, whether it's presenting images that strike something in your heart and make you think, or sharing information with you so that you can make better decisions for things that you can do at home. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
That's you. That's you. And I'm very inspired. You've always inspired me. We had a chance. Tracy has, by the way, if you're watching this, you gotta visit Vivid TV when we finish. We've created her documentary, sharing her journey, and you're gonna get to see in her documentary. You're gonna get to see her home, her garden, and how she keeps this incredible garden. You have inspired me.
I'm glad.
So I have a garden now. I have my vegetable garden, thanks to you, growing
Nothing
a lot
like
of.
homegrown food.
So, can you share a little bit about that and how was that idea? How did the idea came to you? Not just the idea of having the garden, but that commitment of everything that you do there.
I'm not sure what actually prompted it in the first place. I mean, I've always enjoyed the outdoors. That's always been a part of me from childhood. Um, but finally having a little bit of space to actually experiment and see if, like, we've always had plants in the house, and but I wanted to experiment and see uh, what I could grow at home, things that we knew we liked to eat. And the more I got involved, the more I got into things, the more I learned the benefits of doing it, what it did for me health wise, as well as for my table. And then again, the more I learned, the more I got involved in things like climate reality. I learned more about how having the garden and maintaining the garden actually benefits our atmosphere and our environment. And so it became a full circle thing that fed a lot of evils for me, especially being as nature-based as I am. But I don't think it was one thing that got me started. It was just a spark, an idea. And once I got my feet wet with it, I just ran with it and kept expanding and experimenting what I could grow to see what worked in my environment, because every environment's different. Um,
Right. Right.
so it became a fun thing to see, okay, can I do this? Can I have that? Like I've grown loofah sponges. I've grown something called cucamelons, which are native to Mexico. And they look like they're actually cucumbers, but they look like little 1-inch watermelons. They're
Oh,
the
wow.
cutest little things.
Wow.
So yeah, I've experimented, but at the same time, by having the garden, there have been other benefits that came with it. So it became much bigger than just an experiment to see what I could get away with.
And you are so, in so many ways, such an example, Tracy, not just for your incredible work. I have to show the magazine. There you are. This is the spring issue of Art2 International. There is Tracy. There is Tracy. And yeah, that's the Art Titans episode. And there is you. If you guys want to discover more, check out Art2 International. Check out Tracy's website also. And I wish I could understand Salil. I didn't understand the language. But thank you so much for your comment. And you're such an example, not just for the work, but I always tell you, because you really, really put there into action what you do. You're involved in so many things. And
I
you were
take
sharing,
pride in that. I
right?
take a lot of pride in that.
You were sharing with me there's something new in your life, and you were sharing with me something about a column. If you want to speak about it, I'd love to hear it.
Okay. Well, actually, you were just mentioning the Vivid Art Titans. And a while back, the team leader for the writers team for our local climate reality chapter reached out to me and wanted to know if I still wanted to participate in the writing, which I always do, but was asking me for my interests and what I would want to write about, like what niche I wanted. So I thought about it and I went back to him and I said, to be honest, I said, the best way to describe to you what is in my heart and what I follow and wish to, where my heart is subject wise. I said, I want to share with you my documentary. I said, my documentary pretty much will explain to you everything that I am, what makes me up, where my heart is, what I want to delve into. And so let's start with that. And he was floored, honestly. His response was bigger than I ever imagined. And that led to us coming up with a column, like a newspaper column scenario for the blog. And so now I will be monthly having my own blog/column entry in their website, which is basically meant to, on a very personal level, like a fireside chat, if you will, inform, to encourage, not only to reflect, but to inspire and promote awareness in a very personal scenario, not, like an article where it's like boom, 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 there's this fact, this fact, this fact. We want it to be more personal, more one-on-one, more relatable, so that we can get the information across more and maybe influence others to adopt more practices, simple practices they can do at home. So as I've always said, so that we can all participate in the solution, we'll be all part of it. I really feel that the more of us that do little things will reach a bigger conclusion and a bigger solution to our problems. So we're promoting that through the column.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And
I'm im-
the one thing I left out is the title. It's called The Earth-Minded Muse.
the Earth-minded muse. Okay, okay. Speaking of Earth, we have to speak about connected, inevitable. Oh my goodness, because
Until the new self-portrait comes out, then we'll talk about that. I'm
so
working on it.
I have my own version here. I have my own, connected here. I love it. By the way, I'm always inspired. This is like my sacred, space, and I have things here that are very special to me and inspire me. So you're here. Um, Connected is a very special artwork. It was exhibited here in Italy. People were really touched by it. I want you to talk about it. What inspired Connected, and what do you think makes it so special? Why does it get so much attention?
Hmm. I think because it's relatable, but it's also everyone has their own impression of what it represents. Um, there's a piece of it that every person can relate to on some level, that it speaks to them. It's personal, despite what it represents. And for me, it was personal, and I think that comes through in the artwork itself. And not only because I turned it into a self portrait, but it's meaning. There's so many meanings that can be delved into it once you look at it. Um, it's hard to put into words, but um, it represents everything that my artwork does. Anybody who knows me and is familiar with me, as soon as they look at that, they know it represents me and everything I stand for. Um,
There's Connected.
it's as I've mentioned in the documentary, we were really heavy in developing what we wanted our niche to be, what we wanted our artwork to represent. Um, and I had always wanted to do self-portrait. I had always seen other artists, doing self-portraits, but I never found what, a vision that spoke to me until we started going through those exercises. And then just, like one day, the thought of superimposing my face over the earth in space, because everything about our world and beyond is connected, hence the name. And it just, it's just one of those moments. The thought came to me, and I thought about it, and it came into life, and there it is. And it was just one of those moments that took time. It took thought. um, and I got something beautiful to show for it.
Yes, indeed. And I was showing Connected here on the screen, which is there. It's beautiful, by the way. It really
You.
is beautiful. Yeah. I'm trying to close. So here are some of Tracy's works, and I'm trying to let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. On Tracy's website, as you can see, these are her creations. I wanted you to see it. This is TracyChaykin.com. There is Dillian. So many, it's all nature. It's like Mother Nature at its finest. And one of the things that was really striking, and I tell you what it is, let me move this so I can do my engineering here. One of the things that was really striking is like when we were showing your work, it was beautiful because I would approach people and say, "Well, that's color pencil, by the way." And they would just be impressed. One thing is to see here that, like, life is it's so vibrant, and they would totally be at awe, right? So why do you choose color pencil? It sounds, oh, thank you, Ramanda. um it sounds so it sounds so challenging. It really is.
um, it's not so much challenging. It is. it does take patience, because I especially prefer the painted look of the pencil. So for me, it requires a lot of layers. So there's a lot of thought that goes into the color choices for that. Um, and then a lot of pressure, because I like to burnish my work so that it has like a painted finish. So that's one of the things I tend to get a lot. So like recently I brought my mallards in to be framed. Um, and I could tell there was like a little like indifference with the gal that was helping me out. And so once we were done picking out mats and whatnot, I said, by the way, this is colored pencil. And she was like, what? And she's like, I thought it was acrylic. And I'm like, no, this is not painted. This is colored pencil. And I like getting that feedback that way, besides the level of realism that I'm able to achieve. So it's always fun to put that out there. But it's just practice. I personally prefer the control that I have with colored pencils. So things like paint and markers, just they don't speak to me as much as my pencils do. I love my colored pencils. I love the flexibility they offer me, the control that they offer me, um, and the colors that I can create with them. So, and I know you can do that with paint too, but I don't have as much control with that, so I don't like that. I'm a control person.
That sounds like you're speaking about color pencil, and I'm thinking about oils because I could not imagine creating without oils and the smells. And so I'm thinking every artist has their media, right? We all have
But
their
that
media
speaks to them. Absolutely. Yep.
that speaks to us, that touches us.
Hmm.
If you're an artist out there, if you are someone who wants to be an artist, right? There's so many different things to do. We don't have to choose something that you see. So many mediums out there, right? So
There
much
is,
flex.
and I do experiment. I haven't experimented with oils though. I that
Yeah.
is a all on its own. I've done the acrylic though. Um,
I love oils. I love oils. I'm addicted to the scent.
my mom used to do the oil painting a lot.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Okay. Well, I'm excited that we have you here. I'm excited that
Thank
you're
you. I'm excited to be here always.
Arthur International Magazine Spring. So excited for your documentary in Vivid Arts TV. You are in the top 10 most watched. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. I just got the
That's
news
always
yesterday.
exciting. You know, the whole
Yeah,
the whole idea is to inspire, and so the idea that it's still, you know, being watched and popular, and means that the message is getting out there, and so that's important.
absolutely. Absolutely. And we're really proud. It makes us very happy that people are watching BBRs and that they're getting inspired with your documentary. There's so many different lessons. There's so many different life lessons, so many different parts of life that you are inspiring in that documentary that
It
they are
was a
touching different.
well-rounded
Yes,
conversation.
yes. So I love that because I know that there's going to be different audiences. There's going to be people loving gardening who are going to enjoy it. There's going to be those who want to be an artist and want to know, how to do it. How do you set up a studio? And then they're gonna get to see your studio. So many different things. What's the life of an artist like? So I love that people are watching, people are inspired. We are in a world that seems to be a little bit challenging. Let's put it to you that way. I don't like to use
But
the word.
always evolving.
Yes, yes. So it could be challenging sometimes. The reality that we want to see that is presented to us sometimes is presented dark or
Yes,
challenging or however you want to see it. But there's so many different faces to reality, and I love
yes,
to present this phase of reality, the beauty, the inspiration. So we need to balance that, right? We need to balance that.
yes,
And I'm happy that you're here creating. You're an artist who's creating and who is balancing the scales and bringing beauty, bringing inspiration, good energy. Thank you so much.
My pleasure
Thank
always.
you. Thank you. All righty. So I will see you next time. Is there anything else that you want to share before you go?
Now's the time to start planting.
Okay, yes, it's
Garden
a time.
garden. Let's get our gardens going and our soil nurtured and reduce the carbon in our atmosphere.
True, true. It's a time. I've
It
planted.
is
I have two different vegetable gardens this year. I have to take picture. You'll be proud of me. I promise.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. I'm committed. All righty. Thank you, Tracy. I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was inspiring, guys. I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed the conversation. More than the conversation, I enjoy the energy. I really do. And it's the reason why we do what we're doing right now is just to share the precious energy that these artists are bringing. Tracy is someone that has so much to share. I hope you go to Vivitar's TV and watch her documentary. She is on the most watch for a reason because she's inspiring. There's so many beautiful things there to watch. Thank you for this moment, for being present. Thanks to those who share some comments. Thank you for being there. And always, I'm going to tell you, stay